Our next stop was St Patrick's Cathedral. St Patrick was a religious figure who baptized Christian converts almost 1,500 years ago. The cathedral was founded in 1191, and it's the national cathedral of the Church of Ireland, even though it lacks the key component of a cathedral, a bishop. According to its website, the cathedral is both Protestant and Catholic. Most of Ireland is Roman Catholic. With its 141-foot spire, St Patrick's is the tallest church in Ireland and the largest. Construction on the current building began from 1220 to 1260 on the site of a 5th century church. In 1316, the cathedral tower was blown down by a storm. In 1362, part of the nave was destroyed by a fire. In 1537, the cathedral became an Anglican cathedral following the English Reformation. In 1548, the cathedral became a courthouse. In 1688, the cathedral was briefly repossessed by Catholic King James II during the Williamite Wars. There was major reconstruction in the 19th century. In 1916, the Easter Rising led to the temporary closing of the cathedral. Unfortunately, no original stained glass windows survive in St. Patrick's Cathedral. The oldest windows date from the middle of the 19th century. With both Christ Church Cathedral and St. Patrick's Cathedral, there was almost no precedent for a two-cathedral city. A confrontational situation persisted over the decades after the establishment of St. Patrick's and was eventually settled by the signing of a 6-point agreement in 1300. The two cathedrals were to act as one and shared equally in their freedoms until 1870. Since 1870, the Church of Ireland has designated St. Patrick's as a national cathedral for the whole of Ireland. However, to this day, Christ Church is still viewed by the Roman Catholic Church as the primary official Dublin cathedral. The oldest monument in the building, a stone effigy in the north choir aisle, is that of Fulk de Saunford, Archbishop of Dublin from 1256 to 1271, the first archbishop to be buried in St. Patrick's Cathedral. The church's most famous officer was Jonathan Swift, who wrote Gulliver's Travels in the early 18th century. He was dean of the cathedral from 1713 to 1745. He is buried next to his longtime companion Esther Johnson, aka Stella. He wrote his own epitaph, which roughly translated from Latin says, "Here lies the body of Jonathan Swift, Doctor of Divinity and Dean of this cathedral, where savage indignation can no longer lacerate his heart. Go, traveler, and imitate if you can this dedicated and earnest champion of liberty. He died on the 19th October 1745, aged 78 years. The Boyle family monument is a huge monument at the west end of the cathedral, which was erected in 1632 by Richard Boyle, 1st Earl of Cork, for himself, his wife, and his family. The size and position of the monument caused great offense to many, and it was removed and boxed in 1634. It was moved to its present position in 1863.